Oh, my hamstring. Oh, everything hurts. It's week 6. Coming up. It's losing sucks, and I tell you what, losing doesn't just mean losing your fantasy matchups. It happens to mean losing your favorite fantasy players this week, Travis. The NFL season was nice enough to gift us some very nice gems this year, and it's a cruel, cruel mistress because she takes them away just as quickly. It's Dustin Bland, it's Travis Masterson. It's losing sucks here on a Wednesday evening. We're here to talk week 5. We're here to talk week 6. We're going to talk some football and all that goes around it. Travis, how you doing tonight, man?
The names don't get bigger as far as the guys that we lost.
No.
We'll get there in time tonight. We can talk about some happy things. The Astros move on. We are not a baseball podcast, but those of us from Houston are happy tonight.
Congrats.
Absolutely. Your Chicago Bears won.
Holy cow.
It's been a while.
What does that even mean? High score? Did we break it? I don't know what happened.
We will emphasize the importance of this win in the rundown here shortly, but overall, the season is still going according to plan. I haven't lost too many big names. I lost a couple shares of Jefferson, but other than that, I think I've been pretty lucky. I'm crossing my fingers and knocking on wood that I can escape as long as possible. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy with how it's gone so far, and a lot of trades are working out. A lot of trades still to be made.
Yep.
People are starting to get the itch right now across a lot
1
of
and
leagues.
4, 2 and 3. 2 and 3, you know what? As much of a death sentence as 2 and 3 isn't, it does not look sexy. And there's that little bit, there's that, you start to look down the road and you start to think, well, my schedule could go wrong this way. Yeah, you got to pay attention, man. You got to pay attention to who's on your schedule because things could get rough.
It's going to get tight with injuries and buys at the same time. You could potentially lose 3 or 4 starters on a 9 or 10 man team.
It's going to come back to the concept.
You're going to be starting guys that suck.
It's into the streaming into the woods kind of season right now. It's the buy hunting season as we've so coined it. And you better be aware, man. Do that extra work that your league mates aren't, because if you know who's not going to be playing next week, look, be name agnostic. I don't want to get on a rant right now, but if you have a player that's performing just identical to another player, and now we've got some teams who've had a bye, trade them for those players. Get yourself an extra week of production and continue winning. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't be married to the guys on your team just because they're producing.
What up, Ben Imlay, the real Mr. Imlay on Sleeper?
A die.
The one and
999. We love it. We love it. Glad to hear it. Should we get into this rundown, Travis?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. I lost it. There it is.
I'm going to dive in to the rundown. I'll be exhausted because it's like a triathlon.
Lots to talk about. Who are we hitting it off first with?
We're going to start with your Chicago Bears.
You're damn right we are.
Not just because they were on Thursday night, but because they are the lifeblood of this show. Justin Fields is the lifeblood of losing sucks right now. Bears win. Bears win. Scream it from the rooftops. DJ Moore goes 8 for 230 and 3. 3 meaning 3 touchdowns. He counted them out to the camera. He almost had 4 in this game. Justin Fields follows this QB3 performance in week 4 with a, drum roll, QB1 overall week in week 5. This is crazy. He is now your QB3 on the season. I don't know if we need to do the rest of the show. I'm pretty content with that sentence.
Done. All right. Thanks for coming, everybody. Losing sucks. Don't do it.
Cole Kmet, 5 for 42 and a score. Cole Kmet is on fire right now, in fuego, in the words of my people.
I believe he is the tight end 3 on the season so far.
Is he really?
I'll let me look at that, but keep going.
That sounds a little high. I'm thinking 6 or 7, but it's very possible. He has been very hot. Sam Howell balls out in the second half, finishing for 407 total yards and 2 touchdowns. QB 14 on the season right now. He is sneaking towards the back end of QB1 range. We were in on Sam Howell, we being Travis and half of the Losing Sucks team that does not include Dustin Blanton. I hope Sam Howell proves him wrong. I have a lot of shares in Dynasty.
Confirmed, Cole Kmet is the tight end 3 on the season.
Beautiful. Ben, thank you for trading me Cole Kmet 2 weeks ago. These last 2 weeks have been
burn.
really, really fun last
Trade hindsight, 2020. Gotcha.
The Jacksonville Jaguars beat the Bills in London, England. That was
London.
Travis Etienne gets 30 touches for 184 yards and 2 touchdowns. Let's fucking go, Travis Etienne. Running back 1 overall on the week. If you had Etienne, I highly doubt you lost your matchup. He is now the running back 4 on the year.
You love to see it.
It is all smiles in Dustin Blanton's world when you talk about Justin Fields and Travis Etienne to start the show. Maybe by design. Calvin Ridley and Stephon Diggs dominate the air. Josh Allen, QB2, currently the number 1 overall quarterback. And Trevor Lawrence now 4 weeks outside the top 15, which is crazy when you think about how good he is in real life football.
Yeah.
That it's not translating. Weird. Falcons beat Houston. All weapons in this game underperformed. Yes, Bijan did score a touchdown to save his day. You don't want to have to rely on that with your first-round pick, though. Dalton Schultz and Kyle Pitts both lead their team in receiving. That's promising for Kyle Pitts. These two teams feel like JV teams. If most of Sunday you're watching varsity and these guys come on TV, it feels like a step down.
Sure.
Outside of Nico Collins, yes, there's promise with CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
Bijan's great. For the most part, the quality of game drops when Houston and Atlanta are playing each other.
It should not be that way. There are weapons. This Falcons,
they just suck. They fucking suck.
I'm sorry, Atlanta.
They're 3-2, and they feel like they should be 0-5.
Yeah.
The Detroit David Montgomerys beat the shit out of the Panthers. I feel like we're saying that weekly now. Somebody's beating the shit out of the Panthers.
It means Panther watch.
42-24. David Montgomery with another 20-touch, 100-yard-plus day, and a touchdown. Currently RB7 on the season. Ooh-wee. I hope you have a lot of David Montgomery like myself.
We didn't see that coming, right? David Montgomery, top 10 back.
Adam Thielen, the only bright spot for Carolina, turning back the clock once again. 11 catches for 107 and a score. Thielen is balling his dick off right now.
Man,
wild. There's not a lot of receivers in redraft, on that team, but also in redraft that are going to score Adam Thielen with what he's doing right now.
In a full PPR league, Adam Thielen is like
killing.
He's a legitimate weapon right now. Like that.
Are you buying him?
You can. You absolutely don't nothing crazy, but you can buy him low. In
a late second in Dynasty.
Yeah,
I think so.
On a contending team.
Yeah,
you can get him for a third. I bet. Third and a fourth, whatever. Go do it. Go get Adam Thielen. You're hoping to get someone out of a third and fourth. Go turn him into Adam Thielen.
I agree. The Indianapolis Colts. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
PPR. Wide receiver 10.
To do that at 39 years old is so impressive.
Yeah, dude.
The Indianapolis Colts beat the Titans. Zach Moss goes for 195 yards and 2 touchdowns, and the return of Jonathan Taylor. Really nice for those of us that have been waiting 4 weeks to put Taylor in.
Oh, my God. Hold my jock, Jonathan. Jesus.
Do you think they split 50-50 or Moss still out-touches him this week?
I think they'll probably get closer and closer where Jonathan Taylor takes over that backfield, obviously. But, yeah, Zach Moss ain't going away. Not after they see that. They're like, oh, we don't have to grind this dude into the ground? Okay, it's going to be a 50-50, 60-40 split eventually. Zach Moss will hold value, I promise.
I actually think Gardner Minshew being at quarterback will help all weapons maybe outside of Zach Moss.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because he can't get much better than RB4 or whatever he is. DeAndre Hopkins, 8 catches for 140 was really nice.
Yep.
Anthony Richardson goes down. He'll be out 4 to 8 weeks. Moving on, good win, Colts. Good win, Ben.
Yep.
The Dolphins, again, looked like sharks, as Dustin likes to say, putting up another 30-point day en route to smashing the hapless Giants. I thought about putting on my Giants helmet and running onto the field just to do something.
Hell yeah.
I actually do have a real Giants helmet here for show and tell.
Oh, all right.
This is signed by Odell Beckham. I don't know if you've heard of him.
I have not.
But when he was there, he was pretty good.
All right. Yeah, that sounds like a fun guy. He play football? That's incredible.
He's a little bit more into the rap and Nike commercials than football nowadays. But at one point, he was really talented.
Wow. That's cool, Grandpa.
Nice. Devon Achane, 165 yards and a touchdown before hurting his knee. Sad. He's out 4 weeks, maybe more. That sucks for everybody. Except for Raheem Mostert owners, who scored again and is now in prime position for some huge weeks coming up. Tyreek Hill goes crazy once again. Darren Waller finally gets some volume, but then gets hurt. And the Giants suck. Daniel Jones also hurt. I think Tyrod starts this week.
Yeah, probably.
Who did they play? Do you know off the top of your head?
They play, I believe it's the Bills.
If that defense is out there, start them. Saquon Barkley's back this week. You got to start him either way.
Sunday night.
Okay.
They're on Sunday night.
Tyrod's like, hell yeah, I'm back, bitches.
We're back.
45 touches for Saquon Barkley coming Sunday night in his return from an injury. The Eagles remain unbeaten, taking care of Matthew Stafford and the Rams. Cooper Kupp looks like his old self. Puka stays very relevant. Dustin, you called them both top 12 receivers rest of the season. I felt it was a little bold. I said so out loud through my mouth. Yep. But so far, so good. Wide receiver 11 and 12 in week 5. You are 1 for 1. A.J. Brown and Dallas Goedert both go over 100 yards. Breakout day for Dallas Goedert. Finally, in 2023, DeAndre Swift outtouches Kenneth Gainwell 23-8 and is RB9 on the year. Imagine keeping him in a home league in the 8th round. You'd probably be doing pretty well.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Devontae Smith is wide receiver 61 over the last 3 weeks. More to come on Devontae Smith in just a bit. Eric Finkston, welcome.
Yeah,
another Astros fan. He's probably getting fucked up right about now, and deservedly so. The Astros move on after beating the Carlos Correa
did they actually move on? Okay, cool.
They did move on. It is now a 7-game series versus the Texas Rangers. It's about to go down.
Oh, shit. Civil War.
The Cincinnati Bengals beat the Cardinals 34-20. Jamar Chase goes fucking crazy. 15 catches, 19 targets, 192 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Unbelievable performance by Jamar Chase, who is the unquestioned wide receiver 1, probably the rest of the season now.
Really? Over Tyreek Hill? I don't think so.
15 catches, 192 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I don't think so, buddy. He's still put some he got some things.
They'll be trading off wide receiver 1 overall weeks, probably the rest of the way. Probably. Because Jamar Chase's volume will be higher than Tyreek's, but Tyreek can get 200 in his sleep.
Tyreek has alternated 30-plus point games each
He's
week.
Nice.
45, 15, 30, 10, 32. Yeah, it's wild.
Joe Mixon, 29 touches. Stuffed at the 1-yard line over and over again, much like 2022. But the volume's insane. He has the 5th most touches amongst running backs. This is what we said.
Yeah.
He's going to be a great value end of the 3rd, beginning of the 4th. If you have him in Dynasty and you're competing, there's no reason to be moving Joe Mixon. He's going to get a ridiculous amount of volume.
Yeah, but he's got 29 touches, but he's still the running back 19.
That's okay. If he like punches a touchdown and he crawls into the top 12.
Sure, but it's 29 touches and he gets 42 yards. I don't know.
He did not have 42 yards. He had 80-something or 90-something.
I don't know.
If Mixon punches one of those goal line carries in, he's an RB1 on the week.
Maybe, but he's still an RB6 in my heart.
I'd be happy to. Oh my God, that's far. That's outside of your top 92 running backs. Is that right? No, 72 running backs. 72.
Oh,
good math, Travis.
We are not a math content or a podcast there. No,
look, you can't correct me if I correct myself first.
Oh, the hell I can't. The hell I can't.
The JETS, more like the BREECESs, we can spell here. We said last week the Jets beat Denver thanks to Brees's I'm back week. That was our projection. He delivered 25 touches, 194 yards, and a touchdown. Welcome back, Brees Hall.
Damn right.
Samaje Perine, after disappointing everybody for 4 weeks, says, how about this? I'll leave my team in receiving. Yeah. And the coaching staff for Denver says, fuck all of our receivers and all of you who own any shares of them. You get nothing.
Marvin Mims? No. Perine, get out there.
It's ridiculous. That team is so hard to predict right now. The Chiefs beat the Vikings. Kelsey fights through an ankle injury to go 10 for 67 and 1. Ho-hum, another day in the office for him. Pacheco finds the end zone once again. It's becoming a theme now. It's not the McKinnon show in the red zone like we thought. The big story here, though, is a somber one. Justin Jefferson. Dustin, you can cue some music if you can find it in time. It's probably sad.
Yeah.
He goes on the short-term IR, which is 4-week mandatory. Take it away.
We didn't deserve him. And then the Vikings go and do this, and they suck all year. And now we're probably not going to see him the rest of the year because we can't have nice things. And you just kind of have to start asking yourself, like, what's the point in life anymore? What's the point in this game that we play? So I guess here we are on this podcast, and I have to look at my daughter's face and tell her there's hope in the world. I have to lie to her each time. So here we go. Here we are.
Dustin, you sound like somebody who has Justin Jefferson in a very important home league.
Don't worry, though, because I picked up KJ Osborne off of waivers.
Oh, you'll be just fine.
We're good.
Jordan Addison and Hawkinson, I think, are going to start feasting every week. I am nervous for the Cousins owners now for the next 4 weeks, though. It's tough to lose a guy like Justin Jefferson and maintain that level of production, which was top 10, but they can't run the ball, so we'll see. Yeah, he may still be finding a way with Addison and Hawkinson and Powell and Osborne.
Yeah. There's someone on the Chiefs medical staff walking around without an ankle. I'm just saying. That's
some voodoo shit. The 49ers smacked the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football. Kittle times 3 wearing a shirt underneath his jersey that said, fuck Dallas. That's real cool. Christian McCaffrey keeps it going and remains the number 1 running back on the season. Brock Purdy remains undefeated in his NFL career.
My God.
He is now, Dustin, QB7. That is elite.
Yeah, large penis Brock is doing his thing,
That's elite company.
You know who's doing really well though is it just like outside off the field is Trevor Lawrence. He has a garden. He attends to a garden in his spare time. He's
gonna have a lot of spare time by the end of December. Watching Brock Purdy in the Final Four and maybe the Super Bowl.
Probably.
T-Law's QB 17. That's 10 spots behind.
That's close.
Brock Purdy.
You can count that close pretty fast.
Dallas did not show up. Not worth our time talking about Dallas.
Nope.
If they don't show up, we don't show up to talk about them. And finally, my Green Bay Packers lose on Monday Night Football.
Hell yeah.
Abysmal performance. Christian Watson comes up just short. I'm talking 3 to 4 inches short on a game-winning touchdown. And also gets caught in the open field in a dead sprint, which is rare. But he still gives you 90-plus yards. You needed a little bit more. I did. Running backs look solid in this one. Josh Jacobs and A.J. Dillon go over 75 yards.
Where did A.J. Dillon come from in this
game? He looked good.
Just
I don't know why.
Be a bulldozer. Okay.
And Jacoby Myers goes 7 for 75 and a score. Looks like a great value. We call him Jacoby Fabian here.
Yeah. Ooh, Quinn Lenardi hopping in there. How's it going, Quinn?
What up, Quinn?
What's going on?
What did he say? What does Quinn want to know from us?
Quinn wants to know trade T. Higgins for Ridley.
In a redraft, the answer is yes.
The answer is, for me, I'm probably holding T. Higgins.
It depends on your record.
Yeah, okay. We need context. If you're anywhere near like even 2 and 3 right now, I'm holding T. Higgins.
Really?
With the way Joe Burrow's looking now,
I'm saying if you're not 3 and 2 or better, you have to move T. Higgins. If you're 2 and 3 or worse, he's going to be out this week, and then he's got to bye next week.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. See, this is good context.
2 more games without him? You're 2 and 3 or 1 and 4?
Sure. Let me look.
What happens, Dustin, when you're 1 and 4, 2 and 3?
Yes.
And you lose 2 more?
Yes.
You have to finish the season like 6 and 1, which is
that
really hard to do.
You're not
So
wrong.
if you have a losing record right now, this feels like a lateral move, but because of what Ridley gives you, I think I take it. But I understand the upside of T. Higgins. I just think Ridley has the same
If you're
upside.
in a position where you can hold, I would say hold Higgins. But if you need points right now, I understand trading for Ridley, so we'll leave it at that.
He is 3 and 2.
3 and 2. Okay.
I take Ridley. I try to get a win now.
Okay. I don't hate that. I don't hate the move either way, but for me, I lean towards keeping Higgins. But I get it.
Thank you for the question, Quinn.
Thank you. Appreciate
all of our listeners, all of you, if you have questions, ask them. We will put your comment on the screen and answer them as thoroughly as possible. This is what we get paid to do. Buy lows.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of them this year. I mean, this week.
the whole year.
I will start with one, though, that we mentioned earlier. And I want to know your honest opinion. Let's just call it 3 and 2.
Okay.
Devontae Smith, he's wide receiver 27. The sky is not falling down. The Eagles are great. They're undefeated. It's just been A.J. Brown's city the last few weeks. Sure. However, Dustin, those last 3 weeks, he's wide receiver 69, nice, 25, and 99.
Yeah.
The manager who has Devontae Smith and spent a 3rd or 4th round pick is probably really frustrated with him, and probably not just because one guy, but because a lot of owners are right now, is 1 and 4 and 2 and 3.
Okay.
Go find him. Go find the Devontae Smith owner and just check the record and get a little temperature check on their frustration level.
It's been 3 weeks since he's caught a touchdown. He has seen target volume, but yeah, no, I hear you. The production's not there. If they're hurting, maybe you can. Honestly, so we just mentioned a guy in Calvin Ridley. I would rather have Devonta Smith over Calvin Ridley. So why? Because to me, you're looking at, for me, it's production. People are freaking out because it's been a few weeks and he hasn't been, an overall wide receiver 1. Do we forget 2 weeks ago when Calvin Ridley only had 2 targets? He caught a touchdown and it saved his week. But
that's true.
Are people they're the same. They're the exact same, except for I trust the offense of the Eagles more than I trust the offense of the Jaguars. That's not to say the Jaguars are bad. I'd rather have a wide receiver in that offense. So I'm okay having Devonta Smith. He's going to have better weeks. Ben talking about how me, taking this stance means I don't love my son, and that could not be farther from the truth. I love him.
He's just not as good at fantasy as Brock Purdy.
Well, few of us are. Few of us humans are capable of what the phallus is able to do.
0 quarterbacks in the NFL are better at not losing NFL games.
That's true. Yeah, he is actually perfect at it.
Probably in the history of football.
I can't think of another quarterback who's as good as Brock Purdy.
At winning games.
Nope. Don't have.
Or at avoiding losing. Even Jimmy G.
Yeah, you know what? It's because he watches and listens to the podcast. That's why.
I think so.
It's because losing sucks, and he knows that. So he's like, I'm not going to do that.
Back to Devontae Smith. Gabe
Devontae
Davis, wide receiver 12, is a
hell
good
no.
sell for Devontae Smith.
No, there's no way you're getting that, in my opinion. There's no way.
Gabe Davis is a top 12 receiver. You won't have to add much to a 1-4 team to get Devontae Smith for Gabe Davis.
Are you
George
sure?
Pickens, wide receiver 13. Mike Evans, wide receiver 15. These are guys that if you add, let's say somebody...
Adam Thielen. You can go
maybe
get
Adam
Devonta Smith.
Thielen.
Adam Thielen is the wide receiver 10. Nico Collins. Go ahead and get Devonta Smith because he's the wide receiver 11. George Pickens, the wide receiver 13. Go trade him for Devonta Smith.
Yes.
Because they're around that area.
That's what I'm saying to try.
No, I'm not. Yes, try, but it's not going to happen. If you can get it, yes.
What if you package George Pickens and Gabe Davis, the 12 and 13 for Devontae Smith?
In redraft?
You can get that done.
I don't know that I would want to.
Devontae Smith was wide receiver 99. 2 weeks before, he was wide receiver 69. There's nothing about Devontae Smith 6 weeks in that owner who's 1-4 or 2-3 is going to say,
He had a big game.
Like if they're starting Devontae Smith and they went in on Brandon Cooks or Elijah Moore, Gabe Davis and Pickens, they're buying that.
If you look at their production, honestly, the Pickens point, if I could get Pickens and Gabe Davis for Devonta Smith, I'd do it because the way that they produce, Pickens gets larger amounts just regularly, and Gabe Davis.
It's not going to be, though. Deontay's coming back. Freiermuth's getting healthier.
That's fair.
They're on bye.
Sure.
You can set. I'm just saying you can package these guys.
Then I would say go ahead and do it. Get Gabe Davis and Pickens. Send them for Devonta Smith. Like you said, good point. Deontay Johnson coming back. Gabe Davis could be an aberration.
There's not a bigger hit or miss in fantasy than Gabe Davis.
For sure.
Right now, though, he's wide receiver 12.
And that's all that matters is right now.
Time to move him. Aaron Jones, I think, is another buy low. He's on bye this week.
Yep.
His owners haven't gotten to use him hardly at all this year. But he will be back healthy after the bye. And Matt LaFleur said, we need Aaron Jones on the field, and we need the ball in his hands a lot the rest of the year. He said that today. To me, that means go get him. Wait a week. He will be back. We know that he is absolutely elite when he plays.
True.
So the question is, who would you move for Aaron Jones?
Okay.
I would move somebody like Dameon Pierce. He has gotten a lot of volume. He has shown that he is not likely to do a lot with that volume. But his projections, I looked at his projections on Yahoo, ESPN, and Sleeper. Okay. They are still up with the RB1s.
So
in half PPR, he's projected 12, 13 points, and his weekly finishes have been 39, 45, 16, 16, 26.
Sure.
Aaron Jones is smashing that when he's playing.
Yeah, all right. So let me throw some names at you then, and you tell me if you'd rather have them or Aaron Jones. Joe Mixon, would you rather have him or Aaron Jones?
Joe Mixon.
Would you rather have Josh Jacobs or Aaron Jones?
Josh Jacobs. You're talking about top 12 guys.
Sure, but in my opinion, when Aaron Jones comes back, I think that's where he's going to be.
Yes, but we're talking about buying low.
Sure. All right. So
if I'm buying somebody for cheap, I'm not moving a top 12.
Would you move? All right, Alexander Madison. Would you move him?
Aaron Jones.
Okay. Rashad White.
Probably Rashad White right now.
Okay. All right.
He gets a lot of volume.
This you might actually be able to pull off. Ramondre Stevenson.
Aaron Jones for sure.
For sure. Yeah.
I think you can't. I wouldn't sell Ramondre. Sure, if you can do that, but Ramondre hasn't done enough, I think, to be sold. Maybe they like the name, but you need a 20 out of Ramondre, and then you can go get an Aaron Jones plus something probably.
I like that. I like that a lot. We have a question from Noah Bonecutter. What a name.
He was here last year.
Love this.
Noah Bonecutter. Welcome back. Year 2 of Noah Bonecutter.
All right. Welcome
the return.
Burrow, Higgins, and Stevenson, I'm assuming Ramondre, for Purdy and Pollard. I'm assuming redraft. That is
Fair
I'm
offer.
probably that's fair. I'm probably going, oh goodness gracious, I'm probably holding Burrow, Higgins, and Stevens. No, God, that's tough. Noah, what an offer.
We would need to see the lineup.
In a vacuum, I'm taking Burrow, Higgins, and Stevenson just because there's more points available. In my opinion, I think Stevenson. Look, when the Patriots are down, they look awful, but they're gonna get back up. Okay, they're not gonna face a Dallas defense every week. I think so. I mean, they can't stay this bad the entire season. And I think Stevenson's gonna get going.
All right, let's ask Noah Bonecutter this. If you can, because I don't think YouTube will let you do screenshots. If you can just list like your top 3 receivers and running backs on your team,
Sure,
we will come back to this one.
absolutely.
Ben says Kyron Williams or Aaron Jones.
Aaron
Jones.
That's Jones.
I'm still leaning Kyron.
I mean, it goes with the old adage. So I think Aaron Jones gets enough volume to get, like, he's so efficient and he's way better than Kyron Williams. Two, if he gets anywhere close to the same volume, he's not going to, but if he gets enough volume, he's going to be better. I like Aaron Jones. Kyron Williams, like I said, workhorse, inefficient kind of, but
I'm fine with that. If I'm 3-2 or 4-1,
sure,
I'll do that all day. If I am 1-4, I'm not doing that until after this week because I need Kyron versus Arizona.
Yeah,
more than I need Aaron Jones on a bye.
For sure. I like that. I like that a lot.
So maybe wait one more week. If it's a lateral move like that, like Kyron, you need 15 or 20 versus Arizona. Everybody wants that. Wait a week on that, and then after that 15 or 20, it'll make it even harder for you to actually ship him away. But Aaron Jones is a good buy. Dustin, you have Josh Downs and Marvin Mims, a pair of rookies. Yes. I will let you tell me why I should buy both.
Absolutely. So Josh Downs, rookie, Indianapolis Colts. The way that I look at this, the splits with and without Gardner Minshew in this offense, Josh Downs is a different player. I would not be advising this if Anthony Richardson were healthy, but he's not. He'll be out for a month to 2 months. That's way more than enough time for him to be a valuable member of your fantasy team. And Josh Downs, I believe, is just good at football. So I think that you're going to have a wide receiver 3 on your team, and he's especially in PPR, half PPR leagues. I think he's going to be in that wide receiver 3 flex play. That's not to say that he's going to be a game changer, star for your team. But going through the bye weeks, especially with Bye-Apocalypse coming up next week and later into the season, Josh Downs is going to be valuable and, takes a touchdown. The targets he's already getting, I think he's going to be valuable.
Why did you cut him in our home league yesterday?
Because it came down to I'm better at wide receiver than I am at running back, and there are some other handcuffs that I'd rather have.
Okay.
So it kind of sucks, kind of having to juggle where I'm at. So I didn't want to.
Okay, Noah Bonecutter is back before you get to Marvin Mims.
Yeah.
Oops. You got it.
I got it. He says, my lineup is Burrow, Montgomery, Stevenson, Diggs, Nakua, Kelsey. Geez, this must be an 8-team league. This is incredible. Bench is Higgins, James Conner, and A-Chain, and Curtis Samuel. Oh, wow. So the original question, let's bring this back up, was Burrow, Higgins, and Stevenson for Purdy and Pollard. So he'd be getting Purdy and Pollard. Personally,
let's see the team again.
Remember, he's giving up Burrow, Higgins, and Stevenson for Purdy and Pollard. I think I would hold.
I'm staying.
Yeah.
I like Tony Pollard. He's going to go crazy this week. But
yeah. You want the star power in a 10-man team, or in a 10 team.
Especially at 3-2. Keep T. Higgins You're not deep
For
enough.
sure.
Like, Diggs, Nakua, Kirk is great. I mean,
Yeah,
it is
Connor-
fine, but Diggs,
Connor and
Nakua,
Achane-
Kirk, Higgins
or
is
Achane.
really, really good.
Yeah, losing Connor and Achan for a month, that's going to hurt. I don't think you want to thin your team out. There's probably more on the waiver wire for you, so maybe play around there. But yeah, I would hold there for sure. Green Screens Media. Nice to see you. Holy cow. All right. It has been a hot minute.
This man picked us up at the airport.
Yes.
In Canton, or I guess, was it Cincinnati? We flew to Cincinnati?
No, it's Cleveland.
Cleveland. Flew into Cleveland. Didn't have a ride to the Hall of Fame, to the
man.
Fantasy Football Expo. And he saved the day. Y'all go follow Green Screens Media on all platforms.
Yeah.
Hell of a
absolutely.
human being.
Wonderful guy. Last, buy low on the agenda is none other than Marvin Mims. The reason I say this, it's purely speculative. It's not going to cost you a lot. And honestly, in a lot of cases, he's probably on your waivers. And in Dynasty, I'm still going to buy. Because rumor has it that the Denver Broncos are looking to have a fire sale. And I'm expecting this is going to mean one of Jerry Jeudy and or Cortland Sutton will be heading out of town, maybe to the Carolina Panthers. And I think that Marvin Mims will step into this role that we've all been begging Sean Payton to put him out there for. He's good enough. He plays all over the field, inside, outside. He can do it all. And cost you nothing, So I would say go grab him, pick him up, trade whoever for him. Someone with a hot name, maybe they're producing a little bit. I think that
Josh Reynolds.
Yeah, I would trade Josh Reynolds for Marvin Mims right now. Absolutely.
I like it. Cleveland, this is for you. Eric Romoff. Yes.
Love it.
Good to see you.
Appreciate you, man. Always good to see you.
Sell high, Dustin. Can you sell Jahmyr Gibbs high?
No.
In redraft.
I mean, look, it depends. There's two types of players. There's one player who reads Twitter and the news and maybe even looks at the player blurbs and says, oh, wow, Jahmyr Gibbs is 100% cemented in to the background of David Montgomery's, roster or whatever. I thought that there was a world where the Lions would act rationally and give work to their number 12 overall first-round pick. Forget the idea that Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be a running back one. They're not going to give him that work. They don't see him that way. I don't understand why they brought this guy in that early, but this is where we're left. And I believe you have a bunch of guys that you want to see if I would sell him for.
Javonte Williams or Jahmyr Gibbs?
I'm holding Javonte.
Ramondre Stevenson.
Oh, man. Personally, I'm going to go Gibbs, but it doesn't feel good.
I'm going to go Ramondre.
Oof.
But I think it's even. I think Gibbs is going to have some huge games. But
I believe, I think Gibbs is more talented, but
Gibbs is not the one on his own team. Ramondre is.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alexander Madison,
yeah.
I agree. Holy shit, what a sentence. And finally, Jerome Ford.
Oh, God, as much as I don't want to say Jerome Ford, it's Jerome Ford.
It's Jerome.
God dang, that's
How are we at this point with Jahmyr Gibbs in 5 weeks? Injury or not, it's David Montgomery's city right now.
Yeah, I guess.
Speaking of Detroit, Josh Reynolds, top 24 wide receiver. I don't think so. I think you can sell him high. People may not believe it when you tell him. When you tell them, because it could be a her.
Yeah.
That Josh Reynolds is a legit top 24 receiver, because he's not. But the numbers say he is. You could probably get somebody like Tyler Lockett. We know Tyler Lockett. He's going to be fine.
Sure.
I would prefer Lockett to Josh Reynolds. He won't outscore him every week, but I still like Lockett.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I I'm probably going. Oh boy, that's tough. I'm probably gonna go Lockett there. Yeah, probably gonna go Lockett for sure. Sell high.
All right, you have Amari DiMarcado. Do you know where he went to school?
I don't. I don't. Stronghand University? Is that?
It's a helmet night here at Losing Sucks.
Is that? Oh, is that TCU? Oh, okay.
Go Frogs!
It reminds me of the hand from Scary Movie. Like,
is that right?
Grab my germs, my germs.
Amari DiMarcado, who replaced Kendre Miller at TCU last year.
Oh, okay.
Because Kendre Miller got hurt. So Amari got to go versus Georgia en route to a 90-point loss. Thanks, Kendre Miller, says Amari DiMarcado.
That's right. Southern Institute of Technology. That's right.
Why are you selling DiMarcado? Do you
right
not buy that he's the actual replacement there?
Look, you have to be shitting yourself if you think that a guy who just came out of nowhere is going to jump into what James Conner was able to do. They have Keontae Ingram on that team. It's James Conner could do what he did because he's very talented. Amari DiMarcado is a name right now that everybody's running to. He had one game out of necessity when James Conner went out of the game, and Keontae Ingram wasn't up because he was, 1, injured, and 2, doesn't play special teams. Keontae Ingram is going to have work, and Tony Jones may too, but I'm more betting on the fact that Amari DiMarcado isn't what people believe he is than he is this huge asset. So I'm selling high on Amari DiMarcado. If you
got him
off, I'm looking at the James Conner owner or manager, and I am trying to give this guy to him for something of value. Whether it's a wide receiver 3 or lower end or another running back, or package him with another wide receiver and get a better piece. These are the moves that you can make, but he hasn't done anything. But he also hasn't done anything bad yet, so he still has value. Trade him.
Okay. He was a hot waiver wire name.
Yes, he
People
was.
were spending 10 to 25%. That's a lot,
man. Yeah.
For a team that sucks dick.
Professionally.
We talk. That is factually accurate. They are professionals. Broncos wide receivers, you're saying to sell high. We already talked about why you think
other than
the
Marvin
end
Mims.
is near. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, we will skip the first name, which is Amari DiMarcado, on the replacements segment.
Absolutely.
What are your expectations for KJ Osborne? We can do this week and also while JJ is out.
So they're facing the Bears this week. KJ Osborne, I think, is going to hop in and be a low to mid wide receiver 3. He's gonna have
stat
targets.
Line projection this week.
I think he's going to have 9 targets, 6 receptions, like 52, 53 yards. Could have a touchdown.
Okay, I'll say 5 for 75 and a score.
Okay, all right, sure.
So a solid day either way.
I think he's usable. Usable, especially in any type of PPR league.
Would you play him over Sutton?
Sutton against the Chiefs. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'd probably go Osborne. To be honest,
Bears are still going to give it up.
Yeah, I mean they've been playing better, but yeah, it's still the Bears, and it's not like the Vikings are awful on offense. It's their defense that can't stop anyone, and the Bears don't stop anyone on defense. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with KJ Osborne over Sutton, which sounds weird.
All right, Josh Palmer, who replaces Mike Williams now coming off the bye. Do we see Josh Palmer solidified in that role, or did they use the bye to say, QJ, you got to grow up pretty quick here?
We're gonna get some answers here because they face the Cowboys here, and that defense is it feels rough because they played the 49ers, but the Chargers are not the 49ers. They're coming off of a bye, which is nice. It's on Monday night. I feel like Josh Palmer,
Anytime touchdown scorer, yes or no?
Yes, I think he scores. In this
I think so too. Why do we think that?
game.
This is a guy who will score 4 or 5 touchdowns on the year if he gets lucky.
For sure.
But we're like, yes, he's scoring this week.
Yeah, he's scoring this week. Josh Palmer, I think he's going to slot in. He's probably going to have 6 targets. I say that because Austin Eckler's back. And he's going to have a bunch of targets. And QJ might have, more than the 3 he's had last week or the last time we saw him. But I don't expect him to jump up to, 8 targets or whatever. I think he's going to have maybe 3 to 5. And, you're going to have Keenan Allen, who's probably going to have, 10 to 15 targets, if not more.
So we really needed 2 injuries for QJ to have a role.
I think they really did want to bring him on slow. I think this year was supposed to be a insulate, watch and learn young fella, and then next year come back when Big Mike is gone. So we're here.
That's the problem with rookies, man.
Yeah,
like has this been a good rookie class so far?
I think it's too soon. Yes, I would say it's been a good rookie class. We've got Puka Nacua who's going off, Jordan Addison.
But I don't mean the guys that you lottery ticket won. I mean, the guys that people freak the fuck out all off season about and drool about. Jordan Addison has been good. He's also caught touchdowns. Sure. That's very helpful.
Jason hasn't played a bunch.
Horrible, horrific.
No, he's going to be fine.
When?
Look, we are 5 games into the season.
He won't be fine this year, though.
I don't want to say definitively, but I think it's
barring injury.
Barring injury, yes.
He will suck.
I think he's not going to be startable in most weeks. Same thing with, QJ.
People had you thinking he was fucking God.
Yeah, not in that offense with, look, no disrespect to Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. But you can't just look over those guys. Those are really productive and solidified veterans. You're not.
But they were always going to be there, and people still JSN. Like, no
dynasty mindset. Yeah,
that shit's ridiculous.
Noah Bonecutter wants to know Amon-Ra, James Cook, and Brian Robinson for Pollard and Ayuk. Hell no. Wait, are you trading away Amon-Ra, James Cook, and Brian Robinson?
Give me Pollard and Ayuk.
No, I want Amon-Ra side. I want Amon-Ra.
Really?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Brian Robinson's not that good.
But the way they use him, he's
completely
a poor man's Joe Mixon.
He's completely touchdown dependent, though.
So is Joe Mixon.
He is a poor man's Joe Mixon. If that said Amon-Ra, James Cook, Joe Mixon, I would still want Pollard and Ayuk.
I still, depending on, look, I think Amon-Ra over Ayuk.
No way.
When healthy, yeah.
Why? They're the same.
Okay, then sure. All right, equals that. Okay, then James Cook and Robinson.
Give me Pollard.
No, I want Brian Robinson, James Cook. Brian Robinson is a top 10 or a top 15 running back. James Cook still a top 15 running back. Pollard is not immune to inefficiencies. Did you just watch what happened to Pollard?
They're not like playing San Francisco again this year.
And he ain't prime Zeke. Tony Pollard is a lightning, and you know what? He has no thunder to get him ready. It's either sometimes he gets trapped in the bottle. Okay,
wow, we really differ. We really differ on this. I think with Monty and Gibbs and Laporta and now Jameson,
yeah,
I prefer Ayuk.
I like
Amon-Ra St. Brown is a nagging injury. We don't know when that's going away. He's still not practicing.
That offense for Dallas has been putrid. I don't. Tony Pollard, all man. Right. Where's Tony Pollard? He's running back 14. Brian Robinson, running back 11.
I know James Robinson Cook, had like a 40-point week.
I'm just saying you're giving me 2 productive pieces and Amon-Ra for Pollard and Ayuk.
That's fair. I'm fine with it, but we differ on it.
I hear you. Super C and B challengers got offered DK, Aaron Jones, and Bijan for Diggs and CD PPR. What do you think? All right,
That's
take
tough.
a breath. take a breath, Dustin. Okay, this is a big one. I really like the Diggs and CD side, but
Me too.
I don't love the Dallas offense right now. I think they can get things fixed.
It will get better.
Oh God, you know what? I'm in redraft. I love more players rather than less players, especially when they're comparable. And I believe in Aaron Jones' talent. I think DK is a tier or same tier as CD right now. And Bijan, a free Bijan. Ooh.
This is just redraft.
Yeah, I go DK, Aaron Jones, and Bijan. That's me.
I differ again. I'm Diggs and CD here also.
I'm just gonna go with it.
Wow, look at us. All right.
Yeah, sure.
Ben says, "Give me the sun god side of that one."
Yep.
Eric says, "Brian Robinson got shot 16 times and played a week later." This is true.
He is invincible.
And Tony Pollard is dead last in broken tackle percentage. I heard today. Again, who have they had? The Jets run D, San Francisco run D. Like, it's going to get better for Tony Pollard. If you can buy low on Pollard right now, buy low.
Pollard has literally scored less fantasy points each and every week he's played. Just want to throw it out there.
I think he gets better. I'm fine with either side of the deal. Personal preference, either way.
Sure.
You got that's a good problem to have. You got a good offer, and you also have a good current team.
Absolutely. Let's finish up the replacements before we get into the big picks.
Yep.
Gardner Minshew. Gardner Travis doesn't care about our damn friendship. Minshew. Outbid me by $2. And that's like $2 is $2 in Fab. But I bid 400 out of 1,000 Fab, and he bid 402. It hurts.
And that was like
hurts.
$1,000 budget.
Yeah.
So 42%. That extra 2%.
It was actually
not even 40.2%.
40.2. It
wow.
hurts.
I'm really sorry about that. What do you think Minshew does? Is he obviously in Superflex? He's startable. Yeah. Redraft, you don't want to, but I really do think that he lifts.
Jaguars.
A rising tide can lift all boats. I think him throwing more, less QB sneaks than A-Rich, I think it helps.
The Jaguars defense is good for pass rushing. They are not good for pass coverage, and they are very friendly to the quarterback position. I like Gardner Minshew. I don't think he's going to be, a bona fide quarterback one on any given week, but he's going to be a top half of the league guy. And I think that Gardner Minshew is enough to get it done. I think Pittman is good here. I think that your weapons here, especially with a restocked running game, and I've already mentioned Josh Downs. Yeah, I like Gardner Minshew. I think he's going to put up, I think he can get 250 and 2 for you.
Okay. Roschon Johnson, do you think he pops off this week if Herbert's out against Minnesota?
I don't think Roschon Johnson plays this week.
It's just concussion protocol.
Yeah, but if you look, anyone who's entered the concussion protocol has not played the week after. So,
okay, good call.
I think Roschon might be out. I think it might be a Foreman week. So,
all right. Anybody else that we have decent expectations that we would consider a replacement type guy?
I'm trying to think. We've already covered Osborne, and I'm trying to think off the top of my head. No, I don't think I have anyone. On my mind. Ben wants to know Minshew or T-Law, and both playing in that same matchup. Gross. I'm going to go T-Law there.
Best hair?
Oh, best hair in the NFL. Sorry. Oh, God, that's good. One of them's like a guy that
Do we count the facial hair for Gardner? If we do, it's bonus points. If not, it's got to be T-Law.
Okay. Well, that's important. In my mustache league, then Minshew over T-Law for sure.
All right.
Yeah, let's do big picks.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Trav, your big pick of the week at quarterback. Who you got week 6?
Matthew Stafford, one of my original favorites on this show. Joe Burrow gave these Cardinals 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, Tyler Higbee, Kyron Williams. The weapons are there. It is going to be too much. I think he beats Joe Burrow's week 5 performance, which was, again, over 300 yards and 3 scores. So that's a massive day for Matt Stafford.
Love that.
I'm working on my computer charger. I'm not just ducking for nothing.
Fair enough. My quarterback big pick of the week is none other than my boy, Justin Fields. Feels like a cop-out, but I'm going to take it one step further. I think he's going to be the quarterback 1 on the week against Minnesota. Look, Minnesota is hurting right now. I don't think they're going to be able to stay on the field as well on offense. I think the offense is going to run a lot better with Fields, and I think he's going to be asked to run a little bit more in this game. So I think Justin Fields going to throw for another 2 or 3 touchdowns. I think he's going to run for one this week as well. So pony up another 300-yard passing game probably. DJ Moore's going to have a nice week as well. And Justin Fields, overall quarterback 1 on the week. Fire it up.
Raheem Mostert, running back. This is an easy one for me. Devon Achane. I like to call him Devon Achane. He's
Devon
out.
Achane.
4 weeks. It's painful. Jeff Wilson, first game back, maybe. But I think Raheem Mostert goes nuts. Carolina giving up 30 points per game to running backs through 5 weeks.
Yep.
3rd worst in the NFL. Mostert will be a top 3 running back this week.
Love that. Love it. Bold. My running back big pick of the week is Isaiah Pacheco of the Kansas City Chiefs going up against the Denver Broncos. Look, the numbers 12, 15, 20, and 16 all have one thing in common. They are all carry totals for Isaiah Pacheco to go along with 9 carries over the 9 targets over the last 4 games. I can't wait to see this. One, I love watching him run. It's just so fun to watch how enthusiastic and powerful and angry he runs. High knees, high knees, high knees. But I'm excited to watch him trounce Denver because they stand no chance. They can't stop anyone. They're actively trying to get worse. So Denver Broncos, sorry, but Isaiah Pacheco is going to be a top 10 running back on the week.
Can you hear me?
I can.
All right, you're going to have to keep going. I got to get a replacement cord. Give me 30. Go ahead with your receiver.
All right, my wide receiver big pick of the week is none other than Marquise Hollywood Brown. You know it. I know it. This man has been a surprising delight, and he gets the Rams defense. Look, Marquise Hollywood Brown is the lone bright spot at the wide receiver position for the Cardinals. He's got 10 targets in 3 of the last 5 games to go along with 3 touchdowns, which isn't that what we all want, is just some touchdowns. And Hollywood Brown, man, going up against a divisional opponent in the Rams, their pass coverage has not exactly been great, more of a run team. We'll go ahead and switch back over to me, though. We'll go solo, okay, while Travis gets ready. I'm going to just keep on going. I'm going to keep going with my picks. My tight end, you know what? My tight end big pick of the week. I'm proud of this one, okay? Because this pick, it took me some time because, you know, I don't want to just ride the bandwagon of Dallas Goedert, you know, Hawkinson is going to see some increased work. I think this is finally the week where Kyle Pitts is actually able to take on the role of what we want. We want him to have the targets. And shockingly enough for Kyle Pitts, the Atlanta Falcons actually lead the league in tight end targets. It baffles me. So I'm just gonna say it. Kyle Pitts is my tight end big pick of the week. I think he's gonna get a touchdown in this game. Washington looks to be one of the better teams against the tight end, and I think it's all a facade. I think that they haven't faced a tight end like Kyle Pitts and a team that's committed. They say they're not committed to the tight end with targets. I think they are. I think this is the year that the week that they prove it. I'll keep you guys updated. Travis is having some technical difficulties. I'm going to keep rolling with his picks. I think that's at this point what Travis would want me to do. So in honor of Travis, I'm going to go ahead and tell you his wide receiver big pick of the week because it's in the same game as one of my big picks. Jordan Addison. Unfortunately, he is taking advantage of the opportunity given to him by the loss of Justin Jefferson. He has 10 catches for 135 yards, 1 to 2 touchdowns in this game is what Travis thinks is going to happen. I think that's realistic. Chicago gives up a ton of air yards and ton of receptions as well, so I think it's not out of the question. Kirk Cousins hasn't left the team yet, and Jordan Addison, look, I don't expect Osborne to just outright be Justin Jefferson like the media is saying that he's gonna take his role. So Jordan Addison, I like that as a big pick, Trav. Another player from this game is his big pick for the tight end position, how we always like to end the show with the tight end. Cole Kmet is Travis's big pick of the week. I don't hate that. Cole Kmet is a big reason why I felt comfortable saying Kyle Pitts, which was how Cole Kmet was able to take advantage of Washington on Thursday last week. Cole Kmet sneaking in for a touchdown there last week. He's the tight end 6-1-9 through 5 weeks. Like I was telling Travis earlier in the show, Cole Kmet is the tight end 3 because all you need is touchdowns. He seems to be a favorite target of Justin Fields, and I can't blame him. He's a big athletic guy. And of course he's a Bear, so love that little extra spice too. I think, yeah, he says he keeps it hot, and as we say in beer pong and NBA Jam, I'm on fire. Top 5 week coming for Kmet again, and I could not agree more. We're still waiting for Travis. He says he's coming. He says he's coming back. I'm just going to vamp. I'm just going to continue vamping, man, because looking around, look, we've talked about some players, right? And coming into the matchup, look, I can't wait until tomorrow night when we have the Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. It's one of those games where you can just sit back and just watch the massacre that's going to happen. There's no way that Denver's going to be able to stop Kansas City. But that's a situation that I'd like to talk about because the Kansas City wide receiver room is up for grabs. And what do? I think there's a decent chance that the guy to own in this wide receiver room might be Rashee Rice in the second half of the year. The athletic second round pick. I haven't seen anything from Sky Moore. I think Rashee Rice is going to be someone that you're going to want to roster. Miss you, Trav. Love you. Sorry your computer sucks. Oh, what's this? Who is it? He's back.
All right. Wow.
Wow.
All it takes when you have 18 things to plug in is one to be just a little bit loose.
Oh my goodness. I'm so glad to have you, Travis. We just finished up big picks.
Okay, great. I have a trivia question for everybody listening.
Love it. Hit me with the trivia.
There are 3 NFL logos that have their full team name spelled out in their logo. It is literally on their helmet logo.
Okay.
Who are those 3 teams?
Okay. One of them is the 49ers.
Nope.
No? Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, well then one of them's got to be the Steelers.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, wow. That is,
Anybody else can say too. Don't look on Google. It doesn't make it so fun. I'm not saying you. I'm saying those online and be like, oh yeah, I know these 3. Boop, Google.
Goodness, that's really good. On their helmets? Okay, Jets.
Yeah.
Jets is a good one.
Yes.
Okay. Chiefs? No. Not
Nope.
their helmet. Nope. They have the arrowhead.
So you have Jets, Steelers, and one more, and it literally says the entire team name on the helmet in the logo.
Wow. Yeah, no, not them. This is a good one. No. Eagles? No?
No.
Eagles has
Theirs is just the bird.
Yeah. I keep thinking of like the graphic that you see their name on there. That's a really good question. I'm trying to think. Oh God. Nope, no. Man, I'm surprised it's not the 49ers because their thing is usually
That was my first guess too.
no.
It's not the Commanders. They're just a W.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever watched these teams fucking play?
I've never watched an NFL game. I don't.
They all say it, bro.
Don't they all just have the name of the
don't.
team? The Washington Helmets. I don't know.
It is the. I'll give you 10 more seconds.
Oh,
See how you do under pressure here. I'll tell you the division.
Okay.
They're in the Chiefs division.
Oh, damn! It's the Raiders.
It is.
Damn it.
It is in the. Their logo is a black shield.
Yeah.
And across the top it says Raiders. I also did not get Raiders when I was asked this question.
Damn, that was really good. That was
a
really
friend
good.
of mine, a big NFL fan, Amanda Noel, asked me that, and I said, of course I'm going to know the answer to this, and I couldn't think of it.
I love that. Well, Trav, do you have anything else before we sign off?
I really wish Justin Fields was playing tomorrow night. That's all I can. That's all I can think about is when can I watch him play again?
Same. He's just so much fun.
I'm like, what fucking day is it? It's Wednesday night. I have to wait 3 more days until I watch Justin Fields play again. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's where we're at. That's where we're at.
That's where we're at.
Tua still can't throw. Fuck Russell Wilson. The Giants suck. The Cardinals suck. And Justin Fields is amazing. That's a summary of losing sucks.
That's week 5. Head into week 6. Good luck, everybody. Remember, losing sucks. Don't do it. To a top 5 quarterback this week.
Thank y'all for coming by.